When I found Gallus, it was this place that you could go be gay with your boyfriend and also listen to Tata Simonian at the same time and celebrate it.
Hey, I'm Perch, he, him pronouns.
I'm Erik, he, him pronouns. And we are Charachchi.
Hey.
Charachchi is a multimedia project by and for queer Armenians. We want to create the project to just bring visibility to LGBTQ Armenians. A lot of the time, the content that is shared about us on media is very trauma-based and trauma-focused. So we wanted to bring like a different side of LGBTQ Armenians to life. We were talking about different Armenian talk shows that exist. And we're like, how cool would it be if there was like an openly queer talk show host of some sort? And Perch is like, well, we can make this happen with just ourselves. Being very honest about what we're experiencing on a day-to-day basis and talk about things that are kind of maybe taboo in the Armenian community. We have very sex-positive content, we have very like Charachchi questions, or things about mental health, things that we don't really see addressed in a lot of mainstream Armenian media.
Yeah.
And we are both very, like, we are queer and Armenian, and we are both very like open with our experiences and with our friends and everything, and we know a lot of people who are also like that. So we just wanted to give that specific voice a platform.
For me personally, I guess kind of growing up, and again, not having too many Armenian friends, I never understood really my culture, or I kind of pushed it away because I was kind of like the black sheep or the oddball out, you know? So it wasn't until like my adult years, like over 18, 19, 20 years old, where when I started meeting other queer Armenians, I just really fell back into the culture and seeing how important it is for this identity, knowing where, you know, my family came from, our own Armenian history, and I just fell right back in love with it again.
Growing up with being queer and also Armenian, I never found anywhere that I could be both of them together at the same time, as myself. So I personally kind of let go of my Armenian identity, let go of like everything that made me Armenian in a little bit, in a way, because, you know, I was just like, I know that I'm queer, and I know that my community has not been historically accepting of that, and there's no way that they're going to be accepting of that. So I kind of culturally disconnected a little bit from being Armenian and went away, went to college. I had the privilege of just moving away and having time to just think about myself and my identities and everything. And then eventually when I found Gallus, it was this place that you could go be gay with your boyfriend and also listen to Tata Simonian at the same time and celebrate it. It was Gallus's annual Thanksgiving dinner, and I walked into this room and it's full of LGBTQ Armenian people, and they're like happy and just like hanging out and dancing and eating or whatever. And it was such a wild moment for me. I was just shocked, but in the most pleasant way possible. To a point that I went to the board members and I was like, hey, how can I get involved? And then I got recruited to be on the board the next year, and I've been a board member since then of Gallus. And you have kind of a similar story?
Yeah, it's funny, it was the year after, 2016 of Thanksgiving. It was another event. I just looked it up on Facebook because I had a couple Armenian friends, but being queer myself, I never really had other queer Armenian friends.
A part of why Gallus is wonderful is because it creates the opportunity for queer Armenian creatives to come together. We're an ancient culture, we're an ancient, I don't know if civilization is the right word for it. Yeah, and you know, arts and literature and culture runs deep in our blood, and I think that we always have found ways through creativity and through art to create community with each other, to stick with each other. And not that this is necessarily a specifically Armenian thing, like a lot of different communities do this, but it's different when you're Armenian.